The rhythmic clatter of the train wheels against the rails echoed in my mind as I leaned against the window, gazing at the golden wheat fields stretching endlessly beneath the soft hues of the early morning sky. My journey to Ukraine had begun, and I could feel an air of adventure wrapping itself around me. Stepping onto the platform of Kyiv Passagersky railway station, I was immediately embraced by the vibrancy of Ukraine's capital. Kyiv, with its rich history, Soviet-era grandeur and modern spirit, was a city unlike any I had seen before. The golden domes of St. Sophia's Cathedral gleamed under the afternoon sun, while the sprawling Khreshchatyk street pulsed with life, its cafés brimming with laughter and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. Eager to explore, I wandered through the historic Pechersk Lavra, a monastic complex that had stood for nearly 1,000 years. Descending into the eerie yet sacred catacombs, where monks lay entombed, I felt a profound sense of awe. The whispered prayers of pilgrims reverberated through the dimly lit corridors, adding to the mystique of the place. At dusk, I found myself at Maiden Nezalezhnosti, the Independence Square, where echoes of Ukraine's recent history were palpable. The illuminated fountains and towering monuments bore silent witness to revolutions and resilience, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Ukrainian people. A train ride westward led me to Lviv, a city that felt like a scene from a European fairy tale. The cobbled streets lined with pastel-colored buildings exuded an old-world charm, while the air was thick with the scent of freshly baked pampushki, Ukrainian donuts filled with berry jam. The heart of Lviv was Rynok Square, a bustling center filled with street musicians and lively chatter. I climbed to the top of the city hall for a panoramic view of the terracotta rooftops and church spires piercing the sky. As night fell, I ventured into one of Lviv's many themed cafés. The most intriguing was Kryvka, a secretive underground restaurant styled as a Ukrainian partisan hideout. Gaining entry required whispering a password to a stern-looking guard, an experience that transported me back in time. Leaving the cities behind, I journeyed southward into the Carpathian Mountains, a region of breathtaking landscapes and deep-rooted traditions. Yaremchi, a quaint town nestled among pine-covered hills, welcomed me with its wooden cottages and folk music drifting through the air. Hiking through the lush trails, I encountered Hutsuls, an indigenous Ukrainian Highlander group known for their vibrant embroidery and unique dialect. One evening I was invited to a traditional Hutsul home where I tasted banosh, a creamy cornmeal dish served with rich sheep cheese, and sipped homemade horilka infused with mountain herbs. The night was filled with lively dancing and the soulful tunes of the trembita, a long wooden horn used in the Carpathians. The southern coast beckoned, and I arrived in Odessa, a city with an eclectic blend of elegance and seaside charm. The iconic Potemkin stairs stretched before me, leading down to the bustling port where ships from distant lands docked. The architecture of the city, reminiscent of a Mediterranean retreat, told tales of its cosmopolitan past. I spent my days strolling along the sun-drenched Primorsky Boulevard, indulging in Odessa's renowned seafood cuisine, and marveling at the grandeur of the Odessa Opera and Ballet Theater. At night, the city's vibrant nightlife scene came alive, with laughter spilling out of jazz bars and beachside clubs pulsating with energy. No trip to Ukraine would be complete without a visit to the haunting remnants of Chernobyl. Accompanied by a knowledgeable guide, I ventured into the exclusion zone, where nature had reclaimed the abandoned streets. The ghostly silence of Pripyat, once a thriving Soviet city, was broken only by the rustling of leaves through shattered windows. Walking through the derelict amusement park, the rusted Ferris wheel standing as an eerie reminder of the 1986 disaster, I felt a mixture of sorrow and reverence. The experience was surreal, a stark contrast to the lively cities I had explored earlier, yet an essential part of understanding Ukraine's history. As my journey came to an end, I found myself back in Kyiv, sitting by the Dnipro River, reflecting on the extraordinary adventure that had unfolded. Ukraine was a land of contrasts, where history and modernity coexisted, where resilience was woven into the fabric of daily life, and where every corner held a story waiting to be discovered. Boarding my flight home, I knew that Ukraine had left an indelible mark on my soul. It was not just the landscapes, the architecture, or the food that had captivated me, but the spirit of the people, their warmth, their pride, and their unwavering hope for the future. And as the plane soared into the sky, I promised myself that I would return one day to uncover even more of this enchanting land.